Thank you so much, Ed. What I would like to know is, do you also work with young people and teenagers? Because I think that especially in the past 2 years, but also before already, I think that many, especially young people, have been going through a very challenging period of time and are still in a challenging period of time. And it is in general a challenging period of time, especially the time of being a teenager, because you're on the way to search of who you are. I remember very well when I was a teenager, in a way I felt completely lost. Would the open heart also be a good approach for young people? And what would you recommend? Is there any experience that you have that you could share with us?
Sure. So first, I have in my career, I'm now moving into retirement phase as a psychotherapist and psychologist, but I have worked with people from all walks of life, and I have been very concerned about young people. Yeah. You know, from the number of young people on antidepressants and the number of young people who are feeling suicidal, the amount of addiction that's out there. And my feeling is that it goes back to what I was saying a little while ago, in that our young people have been educated about being a brain. Yes. You know, how to be a brain. What do you learn at school? You know, very often it's how to regurgitate material and give it back in a form that they can earn a good grade. But in terms of emotional balance, about emotional health, there is no education on how to do that. And I feel the key, again, is about being heart-centered and learning how to have the heart and mind work together as a team. So going back, when we're not heart-centered, it's very easy for the ego to become very dominant and to begin, you know, as a child, as a youth, to feel I am the center of the universe. You know, it's, you know, life revolves around me and I'm what matters, and my needs, and how do I get what I want? And I want what I want when I want it. So the question is, at a young age, how to begin to support young people to get out of that egotistical, self-centered framework. And I feel the heart is the key. Okay? So as I was saying before, gratitude. So what to do? I was just talking to a parent recently, and I was sharing with them the benefit of the parent doing a gratitude journal, the child doing a gratitude journal, sharing the gratitude journals with each other, and doing it in a way that it's not just a mental experience. Like, you know, if you look at the literature, gratitude is seen as being, you know, maybe you could say the biggest predictor of positive well-being. You know, if you're not grateful, you're not going to have well-being. And when we talk about the research that's been done with gratitude, very often it's around think about what makes you grateful and write it down in your journal. And even just doing that is therapeutic. But as I was saying before, gratitude is not a thinking. It's not a thought. Gratitude is a feeling. It's a heartfelt feeling and a heartfelt experience. So children at a young age can begin to learn very easily, very naturally, how to begin to feel the beauty of the heart, the peace, the calm, the connection to a larger reality, whatever terminology you like to call that. And as someone says, well, how do you do that? And I said, well, I started even when my two sons were, 5 years old. I would be saying to them, say, look, Sage and Arun, I'm your big dad, I'm your little daddy, and mommy is your little mommy, but you have a big mommy, you have a big daddy. We're just your little mommy daddy, but you have a big mommy, a big daddy. And just introduce them to the concept of a larger reality, that we're connected to something beyond us, and that connection through the doorway of the heart is unconditional love. Now I would like to say something, because sometimes someone will say, well, how do you know that this larger reality, this source, why are you calling it love? Isn't it just energy? Isn't it just this quantum field? And I say, I get it. Okay. When I was here, I was able to relate as a quantum field. But my question to you is, if you watch a mom bonding with their child, or a dad bonding with their child, do you look at that bonding experience that they're having and you say, Mom, Dad, you have such good energy with your child? They look at you like you're crazy. What are you talking about? Good energy. This isn't energy. This is love. This is unconditional love. So in our connection to this larger reality, whatever terminology you like for true source, the source of love, the source of our spirit, our true self, through that connection, when the heart starts to open through that connection, because I don't believe we open our heart. I feel, by feeling that connection, it's actually our saying, yes, I'm a willing participant for the heart to open, that the heart opens through that connection. And as the heart opens through that connection, it becomes apparent. This isn't an energetic connection. This is about profound love, about a complete love for every being everywhere in the whole existence. That's never about judgment. So it's really important that children begin the path of the heart at a young age, and it's easy to do. And they can learn how to smile from their heart, how to share that blessings from that connection as it radiates. And even at a young age, they can begin to feel that they're being an instrument for the good, for a higher good. And I feel that's the key to overcoming, addiction and some of the other problems we're having. Because what is addiction? From my perspective, addiction is really looking for your heart in the wrong place. It's looking for fulfillment, and it's just a misdirected attempt to find fulfillment. So for me, heart is crucial in our spiritual fulfillment, in our emotional, physical, mental well-being. It's all about the doorway to our heart.